Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another edition of the PlungeCast. This time I am super excited to bring you Shelby and Drew Donner, two people I started following a number of months ago. I became very interested. They have interesting content. They're interesting people in general, and most recently, the joke heard round the interwebs. We will definitely ask those questions very soon in just a second. Super excited. You know what? Honestly, I think we should just go ahead and introduce them. Shelby and Drew, if you guys want to go ahead and join, I will pump you in here as soon as I see this request. Let's see here. I think we have a pretty good connection this morning. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia, I can tell you. It's probably close to 70 degrees. Let me accept this request. This morning, it started, in the 60s. Yesterday morning, it started almost 38 degrees.
What's up, Brian?
Hey.
There they are. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was just messaging back and forth with Shelby. You guys are going through the similar fluxes that we are. A little colder.
Right, yeah, and it was
fluxes.
dead. There's no wind this morning, and then just like 10 minutes ago, it just picked up like crazy, so.
Of course.
Yeah.
It knew. It's the earth. They just know. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Well, we'll do our best. We'll, if it gets a little windy, we'll talk through it.
Good.
It's okay. No worries. So what's the
I think
air
it's
for you
like
guys right now?
26, 27-ish.
Yeah, during my run this morning, it was 26.
Man, I'm envious. And again, that's determination. I did it for, maybe a collective of a month or so. We actually have that sort of coldness here this winter in Georgia. But getting out and running in that, hats off to you. It's no fun, but
Yeah,
it feels great when you're done with it.
Your background's all green and lush, and ours is just so bare.
Oh, yeah.
Not the prettiest view, but we've got beautiful sunsets and sunrises for now till summer.
Georgia loves to do this thing where it gets really warm really early, like early March, and then all of a sudden they're like, just kidding, we're going to have freezing and kill all your flowers. Yeah. That's all right. It's okay. So I kind of want to jump into it. I think everybody wants to know. I know I want to know. Are there going to be more dad jokes? Because that one, loved it. I love it. We see so many people. I mean, and not there's anything wrong with it. We see so many people seriously giving all the information about cold plunging. It's wonderful. It's great. But to see that was a
well, didn't you know it's hereditary? I mean, I thought everyone knew.
Apparently so. See, we're spreading medical information
without
already this morning.
Professional medical advice.
I love it. We need to have more.
Of course, you got to change it up. I mean, getting in cold water, especially after doing it for 5 years, it's a little hard to keep filming.
Yeah.
So why not make some jokes while we're getting in cold water and looking ridiculous?
Yeah. I love the creativity. I really do. I think that's what makes me so interested in, all the different accounts I've started following and the new people I'm discovering, and certainly catching my eye with your creativity and the things that you do. And it's great. I love it. I love to see more than just, we have the information, we have everything with it, but now the power comes with making it interesting, making people want to try it out. Like, maybe this is kinda cool.
Speaking of creativity, I just saw Jordan makes videos. Jordan, the guy doing the 100+ ice baths with the Detroit Lions. He's on right now. So
yeah.
What's up, Jordan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Jordan, we got to talk.
Yeah,
I might need to have you on this program right now. Absolutely. I've seen those videos. Actually, he was somebody I do want to reach out to. So if you're listening, Jordan, I'm going to reach out afterwards. We'll chat.
He's got the
get
snow
time
background.
Going. So what do you guys think? Oh, we did. There you go. He has the snow in April, which is, envious of me, unfortunately. We have the snow maybe once or twice a year here. That's about it. Otherwise, I have my chiller set up and some bags of ice.
Yeah.
It keeps me in the 30s at least.
30s during warm weather. That's not bad.
Yeah, and people get so concerned
a
about
nice shot.
summer and warm months and the temperature. People are converting freezers and buying lots of ice. But we need to remember, like with the nature of summer and winter, that the temperature will rise, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that cold. 60 degrees Fahrenheit and below gets the job done. You might have to stay in longer, but it's for your health. You know, you always have to remember that you're doing it for your health, and you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to get exaggerative, and whatever you're doing, do it for health. That's number one. You know, you're a medical professional.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you and I both, right? Yeah, I've got some. Actually, before we jump in, if you want to, because we'll be somewhat limited once we jump in, and I've got all sorts of things to ask you.
Yeah.
You told me you were a nurse. What is your area of specialty, and more than anything, why?
So
Why nursing?
I became a nurse in 2015. I was on the track of becoming a chiropractor, but then I was like, nah, I think nursing is my jam. So I switched, and I gave back to my community. Drew and I live in our old hometown area out in the country, and there's a rural hospital out here. So occasionally I'll go in. We're doing our Happy Pants furniture right now, but every once in a while, deliver some babies, ER, med surge, just whatever comes in, and just kind of help out the community here.
That's amazing. I love hearing stuff like that. I mean, basically a jack of all trades that you can
Sometimes
float to any of the departments. That was my least favorite part. I was an ICU nurse through and through. I loved the intensive side, but if you put me in something other than that, something slower or faster or differential, that was not my happy zone.
Pretty fun. I'm pretty fortunate. I love it.
That's good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And Drew, all I can see from your page, but I've done a little more research, entrepreneur, obviously Happy Pants Furniture. I did have the pleasure of watching the other day, your video of how the cloud chair came to be, which great production. I can highly recommend it. Go to Happy Pants Furniture on Instagram, click the link for the YouTube video or for the website, and check out their intro video. It's really entertaining.
Thank you. Yeah, we had fun making that, and it's been quite the journey building that business, but it's going really good, and we got big things coming in the future. And so,
they're the most comfortable chair you'll ever sit in.
And I believe it. I believe it. My admiration goes to you both for starting a company that's not only USA based, but you're making everything here. My wife has owned a company and sold it years ago that was 100% US as well. So I understand the struggle. Keep at it, and support Happy Pants Furniture is all I can say. Well, you guys want to jump in? Get a little cold? Excellent.
Don't look at my face. It's close up, guys. So. Is that good?
Step in here as well.
We're planning on doing our big tank, but like I said, the wind picked up, and it's on the other side of the house. It's exposed, so it's just getting blasted with wind. So we're gonna be nice and close in the ice barrel.
We tried to make a wind block with our grill and our cover, but it didn't work out so well.
That is all right.
All right, tell me if it's good.
All right. Get you on the tripod here.
Lower it.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Yeah, that works. All right. Who's left? Me and you, baby.
Biggest first.
All right. All right.
Oh, God. No fat jokes.
And that is a testament to the ice barrel.
Yeah, it works. There's actually quite a bit of room in here. It's surprising.
I like it. I'm going to start our timer just so we make sure I don't go over. There we go. That'll keep me.
Is our audio good? Can you hear us good?
So, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Absolutely. Yep. So, Drew, you started cold plunging in 2017 and Shelby 2018. Is that right? Am I correct in assuming that maybe you were the incentive and the push for Shelby to start?
I watched the Wim Hof documentary in the fall of 2017 and then just started doing it. And I would do most of mine at night. And I had built a sauna shortly after that. And then doing hot and cold therapy is just amazing. Feels amazing. It's great for your body. And so then, if you're around me too long, you're going to be cold plunging no matter who you are.
Love it. It's amazing how many people, and I think maybe it's the vast majority of us, and I'll find out hopefully with more of these interviews, how many of us were driven to this by Wim Hof, by the principles, the foundations. He's just such an open individual, and it feels so appealing to hear him talk about it.
Yeah, Eric
I
in the
love it.
Cold, if you know Eric in the Cold,
That's great.
he actually
What?
had the privilege to go over there and do one of
Yeah.
his retreats, and he just had wonderful things to say about Wim Hof, and he helped that guy a lot, you know, and they created a special bond, and it's
Sure.
just awesome. We're all over this crazy huge planet
That's
in
amazing.
outer space floating, and we meet people, and it's cold, getting in cold water. Crazy.
Yeah, it is, and it's not comfortable. It's not pleasant, but man, does
Yeah,
it make
people
you feel
watch
good.
it from the outside. You know, if you get good at it and you don't grimace, it's like, oh wow, that looks so peaceful. And then you try it, and it's like, woo, man.
It's peaceful
Exactly,
right now,
yeah.
but it's chaos in here.
Except we have
Absolutely.
cats all over
I
it,
love
and
it.
they are completely chaos. You probably saw them in the trees. They're always jumping on our cameras. I mean, it kind of makes it better too.
That was gonna be another question I had for you. Siberian cold plunge cats are obviously a specialty. So how many
Oh
do you guys
gosh.
have, or is it an estimate?
We have 11 cats. So 4 of them are
Woo,
indoor,
all right.
but they go outside. But the others, they're all barn cats. They all stay outside. So, you know, we live next to fields, and there's a ton of mice, so they keep the mice population down. So it's good.
Oh yeah. I grew up with that type of cat as well. They are the most hardy and amazing cats you'll
Yeah.
ever see.
Yeah.
They're just fine. That's great. That is wonderful. So I did want to ask more about Happy Furniture. I was checking your site out, looking at some things. Obviously, the chair is kind of the focal point. You have some variations of it. It's awesome. Are there any plans in the future to expand maybe outward or to differential products or an integration maybe of the whole cold plunge type thing? Or, I mean, you're an entrepreneur,
Yeah, I
so I
mean,
know
our
that
next
brain's moving.
project will be a love seat. I'm actually working on a system that kind of bolts 2 of the chairs together. So if you already have an existing chair, you can do a love seat, or you can split it apart if you don't want the love seat. That's
That's cool.
in the future sometime. But right now we're working with a facility that's gonna start making these for us, because the demand's getting up there where both Shelby and I can't handle it. So you know, it's about 2 months out from production time, so we want to cut that down. So that's our big goal at the moment. So once we do that, it'll free up some time, and then we can focus on, you know, more expansion, getting them in more states across the U.S. So yeah.
Yeah, so he is in the
Absolutely.
shop all day making the chair frames out of rebar, bending and welding it, and then I'm inside sewing and wrapping and doing all the custom work, because you can customize your colors and all of that and make it unique to you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we spend a lot of hours working, and we want to provide jobs maybe to people in our area and expand, of course. So, yeah, there's a lot more potential.
That's awesome. I mean, what a wonderful problem to have, that you don't have enough time in
No.
to get it all. And you have to
We
expand.
eat dinner
It's a
at
problem,
like
but
9
a
o'clock.
wonderful problem. That's great.
It's, you know, entrepreneurial life.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Everybody wants to start their own business, but I don't understand what it's
And you
going to take.
mentioned something about cold plunging. I don't know if you saw, but I have a link on my bio and my social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that, called coldplungers.com. And I created some clothing, so like long sleeves, t-shirts, some women crop tops, anything like that, some beanies. And I have a nonprofit that helps people going through grief, anxiety, and depression. And I mean, I created it because just getting in cold water for myself is helping me, maybe helping people with whatever I say. But I created this to also help people with grief, anxiety, and depression. So if you purchase a shirt or anything like that, those proceeds go to the nonprofit to help people, you know, going through grief, anxiety, or depression. So I don't know if anyone saw that, but it's there if you're interested.
Yeah, that was That was gonna be my next question. So you're wrapping up perfectly. We've reached 5 minutes, so I don't want to freeze everybody here. But yeah, you were wrapping it up perfectly. That was gonna be my next question, and I love it. That's phenomenal. And I certainly don't want to push for overshare or anything like that. But was there anything in particular event that made you move towards that sort of nonprofit?
Yeah, actually, in 2013, I lost my dad in a terrible accident, and this was when I was going to nursing school and all that, and I experienced a lot of anxiety, grief, depression. I mean, I went dark nights of the soul kind of thing for several years because my dad was my number one. I loved him a lot, and it was the biggest loss I've ever experienced. And through my depression, at the deepest level of it, there was a point in my life where it was like, why do I want to live? Why should you live? The deepest part of it. And when I was sitting there, myself was talking to myself, and it was like, you have to choose how you want to live the rest of your life. You can be sad, you can be depressed, or you can heal, you can get better, you can be loving and love your life again. And through that, I accepted what was happening in my life, and I wrote a couple books. And with nursing, I experienced a lot of things with other people with loss and anxiety and grief. And so I published 3 books, and then I started a nonprofit. So I created a YouTube where I have videos talking about it if you've never experienced loss. And I just wanted to give back and help and make sure that no one goes through what I went through. I mean, sometimes you have to, but it's there. And Drew's shivering.
We can get out. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that with everybody. Yeah, you guys are definitely unique individuals. You're amazing people. I'm so glad I was able to talk to you. Again, everybody, visit Happy Pants Furniture. I don't want to freeze you to death here. Support, go to coldplungers.com, check out the story. That apparel's cool. I really love that design. So I think I've got a shirt that's going to be coming my way soon. But otherwise, thank you so much for talking to me. Go get warm, warm up, and we'll
sounds great, Brian. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Wonderful meeting you. Yeah. Bye-bye.